Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I wanted to make a video actually about something that a lot of people have been asking me about. So occasionally I've seen a lot of comments of people asking me what I think of this game the day before. For people unfamiliar with this game is an open world, MMO zombie type game. It's kind of, basically, it looks to me like a DayZ, but with much better graphics and much better looking environments. But this is like a new, open world zombie game that's coming out. I believe it's coming out on the PC first, and I think it eventually makes its way to console. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But anyways, the thing about the day before is that the day before has had a lot of controversy. Like, there's been a lot of controversies with this game specifically, and the reason is because people actually think that this game may be a scam. Now, the reason that people think that this game may be a scam is because the gameplay that was shown when the game was first announced in 2021, it was really smooth, really good-looking gameplay, and it almost felt like very scripted. Like, the game was not like that. And, we've seen a lot of games with downgrades, especially games like The Division. We've seen games like Watch Dogs, and, you go on the list. There's a lot of games that they look really good in their, initial presentations. Everything's scripted, but then when the final game releases, it doesn't look like that at all. And so that's where the skepticism comes from. The studio that is developing this is called Fantastic, and they're a small studio, but they're being funded by largely a mobile game developer, which we will cover a little bit later. But I'm going to react to this. I'm going to basically tell you guys what I think of this game, whether I'm looking forward to this game or not, and the concerns people might have. And I'm also going to talk about what the developers can do to answer the concerns and what they can do to, better communicate this with their fans. But anyways, let's take a look at this gameplay the day before official 10-minute gameplay. I haven't reacted to something in some time, but let's watch this here. Also, I forgot to mention, this game was actually removed from Steam, and it's apparently due to a copyright trademark issue. So this is the world. You can apparently customize your character in this game. This, I just want to pause for a moment. This is apparently supposed to be New York, because you see the Chrysler building right here. But, it's a fictional, map, so I'm not really going to criticize it that much. But I will say, though, that in real life, New York City, this is where I'm from. I'm originally from Brooklyn, grew up mostly in Queens. You don't really have buildings like, houses this big right outside of Manhattan. When you can see Manhattan, it's going to be a very, it's going to be a very urbanized area. Brooklyn is very urbanized. Queens is a little bit less urbanized, but even so, the suburbs in Queens do not look like this. The houses are much more tightly together. There's not big spaces like this. This is more in the suburbs of Long Island when you see stuff like this, but it is a video game, so I'm not really going to criticize that, but just letting people know the geography is a little weird to me as somebody originally from New York. But it's a video game, so not gonna criticize that. Just wanted to let people know, because that's one thing that did catch my eye a bit. So this one, they don't have commentary, and apparently, in this game, you can, like, you can kill other players, you can team up with other players, very similar to, like, DayZ. And the game looks decent, I would say, but the thing about this is that this game does not look like it did in 2021. It looks a little bit worse than it did in 2021, which I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys the comparison a little bit later after this. HPD, yeah, so it's probably like a fictional version of New York, so it's like, it's not meant to be complete. It's probably like, kind of like in Mafia 2, they did it. It was very unrealistic to the actual map, but it's, but I'm not trying to attack the game over that, just letting people know. But. So here you got, customization bench. .762 by 39. That's the cartridge that the AK-47 fires. Also, a little detail here. When they had the let's go back here a little bit here for a moment. So when the receiver was removed, this is actually what the AK-47 actually looks like here. Once the receiver's removed, it does actually have a big spring like that. I'm noticing there's weight on the screen also, which weight will probably slow you down. But the thing about this, guys, is I really want to like this game. I do want to like this game. But I just have so much concerns. There's so many developers that I've seen that have been very dishonest in the past. And this is just why it makes me skeptical personally when I see stuff like this. A lot of different scopes we have here too. The thing, what I wonder about this game is I wonder how much the survival elements are gonna play into this game, because it seems like this stuff is readily available to find, where in a game like DayZ, it's actually very hard to find a gun, very, very hard, and even harder to find tons of ammo for it. So it's, yeah. Yeah, so basically you got a looting system in this game. Wow, it turned to night pretty quickly. So these are the zombies. Honestly, it does remind me a bit of the Division when I see them going into places like this. Wonder how many of the environments buildings will actually allow you to actually enter them. So here it looks like there's a code. I'm assuming there's probably places that you would be able to find a code in. Wonder what the money can be used for. It's the apocalypse, so money might be useless. Thing is, their footsteps are kind of loud. Don't you guys think that? And, you know, what I was saying is, what the developer can do to address the concerns that fans have for this game, what they could do, and this game is the second most wishlisted game on Steam, I think it is. But what the developer can do to address the concerns is they can literally live stream the game. That's what they can do. And while they're live streaming the game, they can do a Q&A. So they'll respond to comments, they'll answer comments. You can see a guy with webcam, so you know he's actually playing the game, and you know, you'll answer comments during the live stream, and then eventually you know, release like a small alpha. You know, it doesn't even have to be it doesn't have to be the whole map. You know, even just like a, you know, a small area of the map, and just show us like, you know, this is what we have planned. You know, this is what we have done. You know, this is what we're doing, and just show all the gameplay, make sure it's smooth, and then eventually show us other parts of the map before the release. You know, this would address a lot of the concerns. But the fact that the developer has been like very like, they've been and I'm not trying to hate on the developer, but I'm just saying this is not good policy. This is not how you go about doing it. Like, you know, when you, like, if I literally had, like, if I was making a game, right, and people were accusing my game of being a scam, what I would do at that point is I would literally just start up a live stream. I'd show a live stream, show the game, so this is as much as we possibly have in the game. This is as much as we've done already. This is our map, you know, this is what it looks like. Obviously, I might not be able to show you guys everything if I was a developer, you know, but this is like a huge chunk of our map. This is actual gameplay. You see me playing this game, and, you know, stuff like that. That's what I would do if I was a developer. Address the concerns right away, talk to people, you know, have some good PR, some good community relations. But the fact that the developer has been kind of silent on this and just like showing us gameplay, and then they're responding in articles saying, they say that it is not a scam, which I actually have on the screen right now. So largely they claim that it hasn't been crowdfunded. But this is being funded by a large mobile game studios. Apparently that's where they have their funding from. But I can understand if the developer is being honest, if they are being honest, then I can understand the frustration. But like I said, all you basically need to do is just live stream the game and then eventually release like an alpha and just let people play, let people actually see it for themselves. Because there's a very big difference between when you see like scripted gameplay and when you actually play it for yourself or you see somebody live streaming it. That's very different. So the city does look good in this game. I think, you know, the buildings, the distance, like, they captured the destruction, the apocalypse environment, I think is generally good. I think it does generally look good, for the most part. But the earlier demo actually looks much better than this, which we're going to cover in a little bit here. You know what I wish? I wish they would show us some of the base building, because apparently you can do that in, like, a demo. But this game was originally supposed to come out March 1st. But then they pushed it back. Now it's coming out in November. So, like, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this game? Are you guys gonna, like, you know, would you consider buying this game? If you're unsure about this game, you can wait for me to play it, because when it comes out in November, I'll play it, and I'll tell you guys whether I think it's worth it or not. But yeah, we got, you know, 9 months until this game comes out still. So this gameplay seems a lot less scripted than like the gameplay that we saw in 2021.
The day before, November 10th, 2023.
Okay, so November 10. I'm gonna show you guys now some of the 2021 gameplay, just so you guys can see there's a massive difference. Okay, guys, so take a look at this. This is the
short gameplay demonstration trailer for The Day Before.
This is the gameplay that they showed us 2 years ago.
Multiplayer survival game. The Day Before features a huge, stunningly detailed post-apocalyptic world destroyed by a terrible virus.
I'm running out of fuel.
So you see, this is the earlier game. This looks a lot better than what we seen. They changed the engine from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5, I believe, which is supposed to, I guess, make the game look better. But the demo that we saw just now, the demo that was like released last week, does not look as good as this. You have a lot more lighting in this.
Okay, and I'll look around here.
A lot more lighting. You can see, like, you know, I guess the rain puddle's a lot better. It's just generally the game just has, you know, the textures just feel more smooth to me personally.
All right. I have found a great cowboy hat.
And
Tell her everything's all right.
And
there aren't any more guns in the valley.
Easy, cowboy.
Yeah, so you see, that's massive cringe right there.
This is Woodbury Survivor Colony speaking. If you can hear this message, it means that we have opened our doors for new survivors. We can give you food and shelter and ensure your safety. Here are the coordinates.
Did you hear that?
Yep, I got a message too.
Great.
So
maybe I can sell my junk there and get myself a better rifle.
Let's find some fuel and go.
So basically here is, you know, you see a lot more life in the world in the 2021 demo. They haven't seen any zombies yet. but you already heard like a radio talking about something. But in that demo that we just saw before, the other one, they're just running around for 10 minutes, you know, just customize their guns, just shoot a few zombies, and that's really it. And also, you know, when fans see stuff like this, like, you know, you have two guys just like acting and just saying the most cringe things ever. It's like, I got a cowboy and I'm a cowboy now. Like, it's very like, you know, when they do stuff like that, it's pretty cringe though. It's like you want to see like actual gameplay, because nobody would actually act like this. Like, you know that gameplay that you see like whenever you see like a Battlefield game, for instance, and you see like those crazy trailers where like somebody will like take C4 and like an ATV and just drive it off a rooftop and hit into a helicopter. Yeah, that almost never happens in Battlefield. That doesn't, you know, nobody actually does stuff like that. But it's, you know, very different than how people actually play. So the developers try to rehearse this stuff and like do these like cringe scenarios, and that's what makes people very suspicious when they have like this really like scripted gameplay. You want to have like unscripted gameplay, just have people like run around, you know, mess around with things, show some important things, but don't do stuff like this. This is why a lot of people became suspicious of the game originally.
In the Survivor Colony, you can sell and buy any items, as well as cooperate with other players.
Oh, I gotta lower this. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry about lowering this, guys. But it's literally, it's copyright, so like I'm gonna get claimed for the Christmas music that's playing, so I had to mute this part here, unfortunately.
In The Day Before, you can enter abandoned buildings and take whatever you want.
And so here, I'm assuming this means health. This blood drop, this probably means your stamina, this probably means your weather, how you're affected by the climate. Wait,
Let's pick up some supplies and get out of here. Let's check.
Yeah, so very scripted gameplay again.
Oh shit. Got company. Could use some help now.
The things are about to get heated.
Over here.
Yeah, so you see, it looks a lot different.
Dude, there's too many of them. I gotta go upstairs.
Okay, I'm running toward you.
The snowstorm is starting right now, and the temperature is falling fast. Remember
The thing
that when you shoot and make unnecessary noise, it can attract unwanted guests even more terrifying than other players.
Yeah, so look at this, just the weather effects that you see on the snow's just getting on his coat right now.
The Day Before is teeming with hungry hordes of bloodthirsty infected, ready to tear you to pieces.
Phew, that was close. You should have seen this shit.
It seems he dodged a bullet. Now he's crafting a bandage so he doesn't die from bleeding.
They're describing this as an open world zombie MMO, so like, how many players are in this world exactly? How big is this world? Because if you're having like, you know, 100-something players having this dynamic weather effect, and also buildings like this, you know, this is a lot of detail to it, you know, stuff like this specifically. So that's why people became suspicious of this game.
Psst, where are you? What the?
Yeah, so that seems very scripted.
The Day
You know,
Before, coming soon.
the publisher is Mytona. That's the publisher. Mytona is a global group of companies specializing in video game development and publishing. Mytona is a company headquartered in New Zealand. Mytona Games was founded in Yakutsk, you pronouncing that correctly, in 2012, and has offices in Singapore, Kazakhstan, Armenia, Georgia, and Serbia. Mytona is the creator of games such as Secret Notes, Cooking Diary, and is the publisher of the PC game Prop Night. And so talking about mystery game set in the town. Okay. Okay, so it made some popular mobile games here. So it seems like this studio, this publisher does have some funding. So that's basically the a lot of controversy surrounding this game specifically. But like, let me know what you guys think down below. Like, have you heard of this game before my video? And if so, like, what do you think of this game? Do you think this game is a scam? Do you think the game is real? Like what do you think about it? Because I don't want to accuse the developer of running a scam here. I don't want to accuse the developer of doing something like that without proof. The only thing I'm saying about this is that to the developer, you have to understand that if you are being honest, you have to understand the perspective of the gamers too. Is that people see games like this and they see like, these amazing looking game that's very scripted, and the developer really doesn't have like, any kind of alpha, beta, not even a live stream. If you can't do an alpha or beta, at least do a live stream of you actually live streaming the game and answering questions while you're live streaming the game, things like that. And also like, the game apparently got taken down off Steam because of some trademark issue. Some guy trademarked the name the day before. I believe that's the reason it got taken down. The release date changed. It was gone from Steam. There's a lot of like weird things like going on with this game, but like I said, I don't want to accuse it fully of being a scam without 100% proof, but there are, red flags here, and that's really what people are concerned about. So let me know what you guys think down below. And also, I'm not trying to hate on the game. I want the game to be successful because I like games like this, like open world, like, apocalyptic games. And if the game actually does look like that, like in the end, it's gonna possibly be one of the best-selling games of all time if it actually does look like that, like what we saw in that actual demo. But like it's just, we've seen too many downgrades in games, and that's just what I'm ultimately getting at. That's why people are suspicious. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.